Hey guys, I'm just painting a 4th of July gnome. Super cute. Love it. So hopefully you guys are doing good today. I am using Deco Art paints and some Dick Lick paints to paint this really cool, cute 4th of July gnome. These are cut out on MDF board. Super fun projects that we have anymore. Used to always just be clay and canvas. Every now and then you have to thin down your paint just a little bit. And I like starting with red first. Otherwise I end up with red at the top. And red next to blue wasn't as poppy as blue next to white. So it's coming up. This will take, probably 2 weeks. Mr. John's having a little procedure. So it will take probably 2 weeks for us to get these out to you. If you want one, let me know. $37 includes the gnome, the stand, the video tutorial, the paints, and the shipping. So fun. So we pre-draw these. If you don't like, just in pencil, and if you don't like them, you can totally, erase and do your own thing. So I then went over top of my lines with Sharpie so that I could see everything. And I didn't like the blue that was available, so I mixed Americano True Blue, so it's still a Deco Art brand or color, and then just regular Phthalo Blue. It's an artist paint. PHTHALO. Thanks for joining us today. I am Kelly Sue with Cleopatra Art Studios. We have a small presence in Maple Valley, and we are now in Spokane. Super cute. So if I had a hard time finding or drawing a star, so I finally just took a cookie cutter and drew around it. Perfect fit. So I'm gonna wait to paint my star in the center, and I'm going to work on his nose. So I paint the skin color with burnt sienna, which is kind of like the color of cinnamon, and white. But if you wanted a gnome with more chocolatey skin, you could simply add a little black to the burnt sienna, and you would have, personalized skin tones. So you can kind of see, this is the first coat on MDF board. Hi guys, thanks for watching. When you get on, tell me where you're from. Today is a beautiful sunny day in Spokane, Washington. And having a great time. Gonna clean my paintbrush out. I'm going to just make a gray, just a medium color gray with white and a little bit of black. And I'm using my nice round paintbrush. It's a number 10, but really what you need to know is it's the size of a pencil. And we are finally getting the studio, our new studio here in Spokane, up and running. The walls are painted. The terracotta is no more. I know you guys saw terracotta walls with my orange red hair, and you guys were probably like, it just set me up. It just lit me up, and not in a good way. What's so great is I can hear my girls playing tennis out in the driveway. Yeah, we're the rednecks that have, a tear down tennis net in the driveway. That's us. But what's so great about that is we really, really enjoyed our stay in Maple Valley, but we lived on a hill. We took the house that we could afford, and it was on a hill, and we lived there for 14 years. And my kids barely know how to ride a bike. Why? I'm talking a hill, not just a hill. It was intense. So biking wasn't fun. Teaching kids how to ride a bike on that kind of environment was not fun. And taking your bike somewhere for them to ride kind of got old for everyone. So all I'm doing is outlining around the star and the hands. Just finding my shape of my hair, the beard. You know, the beards are really in. Raise your hand if your husband has a COVID beard that just hasn't gone away. Oh, yep. Raise your hand if your husband's COVID beard looks fantastic, because mine, Mr. John's beard looks fantastic. Just kind of going in there, making this guy super festive. When you do this at home, you're gonna definitely wanna do 2 coats, y'all. Hold on, I got a boo-boo, I splattered. And while I'm in a dark color, I'm gonna come down and do his kiss boots. What do I mean by kiss boots? Well, in order to fit in the sand, he kind of has platform boots, but you don't see it when he's in the stand. Super great. So Mr. John's gonna have a little procedure, so we are only making about 20 of these. And then if you wanted one, you're gonna have to wait, either order one now with the free shipping or wait till later. So his shoulder has been bothering him for a really long time. All those years of karate. And then he was digging a ditch for my mom and dad. And he heard pop, and we all were like, well, that's no good. Just going around the sides. You're gonna want to paint around the sides, either all black or in corresponding colors as you go. And you don't have to paint the patriotic gnome. You can do anything you want, but what the best thing is there's a second side. So this one is our Easter Bunny. And we're always on here doing a new gnome, like every month or every other month. So the second side is free. You have the gnome, you have supplies, you'll have a tutorial. You can just watch one of our tutorials or pick up the phone and say, or yeah, don't call, text and say, Miss Kelly Sue, can you please send me the QR tutorial for that gnome? You know, whatever season you pick. And a lot of you are really, really handy, really craftsy, and you don't need a video tutorial, but some of you do. And we're here for all of you. I'm definitely a visual person, as all of us creatives are. I also have a basset hound by my feet. He's very senior. So it's all in the paintbrush. I have a really good craft paint, and then I have a paintbrush that holds a tremendous amount of paint. Okay, so you can hear the girls, and they are getting along right now. So Sydney's 22, almost 22 in a week, but not before Mother's Day. And then Sabrina is 14. Right now you can hear that they're getting along, but you're gonna hear, you know, some yelling soon. Okay, I'm gonna make my blue color for my star. And if you have purchased one of these already from a different season and you want to draw this guy, go for it, definitely. How are you gonna get this perfect little star is you're going to outline around a small cookie cutter. That was our trick. You could totally download an image, but I found that if you don't have tracing paper and you trim around it, then your bad trim lines show. So you need to kind of be spot on. So the color of his hands is the same color as the face. So if you decided to go with a chocolatey nose, you wanted a little bit darker skin, then you want your hands to match. So I just kind of went with my skin tone, really, really like paper white with some orange, some freckles. Have you guys ever seen a gnome with freckles? I don't know. And then it's all about touch up. So you're gonna wanna touch it up a little bit. If you have a handy fella at home, you can cut out your own. If you wanna order one from us, we have about 20 right now, and then we're gonna be out for a little while John has a surgery. And the kit comes with the stand, the gnome, the paints, the tutorial for 30, and shipping, free shipping for 37. Or if you have one of these already from a different season, just enjoy this tutorial for free. So finally, what you're gonna need to do is paint everything a second time, and you don't need to sit here while I do that. So I'm just gonna move on to details. I'm gonna do my stars, and I can still see them through my paint, but if you couldn't, that would be fine too. All I'm doing is drawing like the kids' 5-point star and filling it in. I put 13 as a nod to the 13 colonies because I couldn't put 50 whatever stars on there. So I just do a kid star and fill it in. The gnomes have been so popular this year. And then there's some people that really don't like gnomes. They feel like, you know, kind of like peacock feathers. You either like them or you don't. And some feel like gnomes are actually bearers of bad news. I think they make me smile, so why not? Let me count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 figures. Figures. Let's do one more. Just kind of peeking out the side there. So how many stars you draw is how many you're going to have to outline. So I try to keep it pretty simple. So I have painted everything one time. You're going to want to go twice on the blue, on the white, on the red, everything twice, and then start with your detail work like the stars. I'm going to put a frown of cinnamon color in his nose, just to be the nose juices, or you could do the white underneath also. And then let's talk about details in his hat. I have a bunch of zigzags and dots. The light in here makes this look antiqued, but it's plain old white. So all I do is I flip my paintbrush upside down, I dip in white, and went like crazy. And then I did black zigzags through some dots around the stars and outline the hat, outline the side. So it's a really simple design, but they're super fun. And then in the beard, so you're gonna paint it one time gray, and then you're gonna come back with your white and a small paintbrush. And I like to do whoop-de-woos in the beard. Now you may need a second coat. So I don't really put one right down here because it makes them look like a boy gnome. How to say that gently is to not offend. There shouldn't be anything down there. Unless you want to get called out on it. Woo! So I like to just do these little spirally curls in his beard. I do white and then I come back and I do black. And some wavy action. It's really simple. You're going to outline the nose, the star, the hands. We've already, you know, defined the spaces with dots and zigzags up in the hat. And finally, for the shoes, his Kiss platform shoes, and it's only so that they stand inside the stand, is I'm going to paint an X, smaller paintbrush, guys. I'm going to paint an X right where the shoe hits the side, and then I'm going to flip my paintbrush upside down, and I'm going to dip and dot so that it look like the aglets right at the end of the X's. Aglets. That's what I learned from Phineas and Ferb. So after you've painted your gnome and your stand, let it dry, and then you'll want to seal it. So you can use polyacrylic spray. My personal favorite is triple thick spray, and then if you ordered a kit from us, you'll get some polyacrylic brush on, but you don't have to feel like you have to use it. You can, of course, save it for something else and use your favorite sealer. This is MDF board, so it doesn't love to get wet. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to keep it out of direct, water, obviously. And so a great place for this is on the kitchen table, on the mantle, a lot of good places like that. For the stand, I simply watered down some brown and brushed it on and wiped it off. Just something really basic that would go with a lot of things. So you can see it goes with, I have a bumblebee hive, so it goes well with that as well. So that's a great basic color that you can choose for your stand. So fun. So I hope you had a good time with us today. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time. Bye.